Happy Tuesday. I am Lindsay with Keystone Mortgage, and I'm here with Miss Kayla McDonald, Remax Alliance Group. And our guest today is Mr. Danny Torre from DTC Home Improvements.
Hello.
And what a day to be able to talk to you about, home improvements and things that are happening in Florida right now with our big old storm on the way.
Wait, there's a storm coming?
Yeah.
Wait, what? That's right. You were getting your beautiful hair done. You must have missed it.
You got to look good for the hurricane.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, are we doing this today still? And it was that we had to move some scheduling and stuff around because, of course, there's a storm coming. But gotta do some other things later. But so Danny, tell us about what you do. What type of renovation you do? Is that all you do? How you got started, things like that.
So mainly, I'm a carpenter. I focus on woodworking and home improvement in general view, windows, doors, anything that has to do with wood. Pretty much is my specialty, from flooring to cabinets to fire mantles and specialty furnitures. But then obviously with not everybody having that huge of a demand, and this being my first year in my own business, I'm kind of open to doing a lot more other things just to really just have my ear out there and getting some word out and opportunity, because not everybody knows about the specific things that I can do, so it's just kind of getting the word out.
Cool.
But mainly carpentry and woodwork, and my whole business model is home improvement. So anybody that has obviously not the major things as in bathroom and kitchen remodels as in whole, but little things, little specific projects and wall accent walls and things like that. So major carpentry.
Yeah. I've known you for a long time, and I feel like you were always, even before you started your own business doing this, you were always like doing some sort of project for somebody, helping them build something, and then or doing accent walls, and just you had all of these little side jobs. So
yeah, I'm really lucky because when I grew up in Germany, I actually am born in Germany on a military base, and through my father being in the military, I had the opportunity of learning my trade over in Europe. So I have my carpentry. They actually make it a trade school, and then I had to go 3.5 years through carpentry school, and then I added another year of a master's degree, they call it. And on my paperwork, it pretty much says they call it a wood mechanic. That's the specific term that I am. So basically anything that has to do with surfaces. And the company that I worked for was called Waltz Nautic, and they're specialized in yachts and interior and decking of big yachts. So teak wood, mahogany, and all these things. So that's my specialty.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yep, correct.
Well, I guess it all makes sense why you're so good at what you do.
Thank you.
Now, when did you decide that this is what you wanted to do, and how did you just make that leap into business ownership and just getting started?
Well, to be honest with you, you kind of, without even knowing, but you kind of gave me a little bit of a help and a push there. And same with Miss Lindsay. I about 5 years ago, or now it's 7 years now, I bought a house, and my first house, and I bought it with Lindsay helping me with my mortgage. And the first house that I bought was with another realtor.
Really, 7 years ago already?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
7 years ago.
That's great.
And then basically I decided a year and a half ago. Some of you may or not know me. I met Miss Lindsay through soccer, so I was her kid soccer coach, and in this area I've been coaching the last 10 years. So it was kind of just me selling my house through you helping me and buying me my new lot. And with that money that I had extra, I was able to open up my doors and, just start a business, which I wanted to do all along, so just working with my hands and being on my own schedule.
Yeah, I remember, when we went to go list your house, you were just so excited to, get rid of everything and really just start fresh. So that was definitely very, very exciting.
And I got rid of everything.
Literally. Living such a simple life, and I think it's really, really great. So I'm excited whenever I see like your posts and your videos. And I just saw one, I think it was this morning or yesterday. You're working on a kitchen right now, right? Like
correct.
cabinets?
Yeah, that's actually where I'm at right now. I'm really lucky with me having to do the soccer that I did and coaching so many people and their kids. I get a couple of good relationships. So right now I'm installing a kitchen for a family. It's actually their business, but I'm just here as an installer. So, which is really nice because I'm able to do that as well as a subcontractor. So if anybody needs any cabinets installed or any crown molding and things like that, I'm able to do that.
Cool. Now, since we kind of touched on the storm a little bit, we have to kind of talk about it. Are you like advertising or offering of extra services for people in need, potentially for damage afterward, or available for help? If it gets to that point, we don't know what's going to happen.
If it gets to that point, if obviously I live in my situation is a little unique. I live in Hudson. I live on an acre, and I live in a camper. So it's a Winnebago, and that's for now. So if my situation's good and I have no issues, I have enough land. I have enough resources. I would love to be out there and help with the storm, whatever I can. So if anybody reaches out and they just need something, they need tools, they need transportation, I have a big trailer. So just reach out and I should be able to go out there and help as much as I can.
That's always one thing, as a personal note, even before you got into this, you're always willing to help and always wanting to help and give back to the community no matter what. You're just one of those people that don't put yourself first ever. Like you're always just looking out for anyone around you, whether you know them, just met them, a stranger. It's just a wonderful thing to see in the world that we do live in, and you're one of the good people that are still out there, and so commend you for that.
Thank you. Well, that was one of the reasons I want to jump on this with you ladies, because I feel neutral. You ladies always there for me, so likewise, I wanted to be here and make sure I can get the word out, because I'd love to create something for somebody. If Miss Lindsay can maybe speak on it a little. She let me come into her house and do something awesome for her, so I really, really enjoyed it. So those are the things that I look forward to, and if other people are happy, that makes me happy.
Well, I had the pleasure of two major things in my home that you helped me with that are like big centerpieces of my whole entire home. So I can't thank you enough for, your hard work and, your time and effort and making it perfect. Exactly the what I wanted. And, it was just like, all right, we have this picture and then we have this picture and then we have this picture. And we're going to put them all together. I think I can probably show you one of them at least without too much. I'm trying to. So he did my build-in. I could probably turn the fireplace on, but this up on the bottom there is a bench that opens up for storage, and of course the shelf, and hung up our TV and put the fireplace in, and like it's literally in the middle of my home, and we get so many compliments on it, and you really did a great job, and I love it. It's we're adding little touches as far as like decorative things. So anyway, you did that. How long ago was that now? I don't know.
That was probably about 10 months ago.
Yeah, I was going to say close to a year, but I didn't think that it was quite that long. And then I had to come back, and I had this Pinterest find. I'm like, I want my hallway to look like this. And it's funny because I sent him all the information, and then I actually wasn't here when Danny came to like do the measurements and all, and Chris was Chris was here, so we get this, and I'm like, I don't think we're on the same page at all. Well, it wasn't Danny and I that were not on the same page. It was my husband and I. We were definitely not on the same page. I'm like, no, just like this picture, just like that, nothing more, nothing less. And anyway, so he came back, he did my hallway. And when you walk in, it's one of the first things that you see. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, everybody that comes in, it's like a wow factor. And then they walk from the hallway and then they come into my living room, which is the main part of my home. And like I said, the two pieces that you've done for me are absolutely amazing. And one of my favorite parts is the bench. And we went, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of
it's called Odd Wood Lumber.
Mhm.
It's off of Ridge Road. If anybody ever looks for really unique wood or really unique, and they don't know that I'm giving them a shout out, but I'm giving them a shout out right now. They're awesome. They're family owned. They help out with anything. You go there and you tell them what kind of piece of wood you want, and they will make it happen for you.
Most
So
people don't even know that they're there. I had no idea. We're not in that ever, that world every single day. But we walked in there, and it's kind of like a roll up door, like warehouse style type of thing. And you walk in, and it's pretty organized for what it is. But it's walls, and I don't know, like in the middle of all different types of wood, all different shapes, sizes, colors, you name it, like it is there. It's absolutely the coolest thing. So Chris and I went and we picked out a piece of wood, and actually I think Danny went and picked it up like later on, and he had the bench done before anything else. I guess he was working on it in his house, and it's like a piece of, what do you call it? What, I don't know kind of what it is. What kind of wood was it?
So the wood that you have on your fireplace is maple.
Right.
And it's about over 100 years old, the maple that you have there. So it's really, you have a piece of history there, which is kind of nice. And then the other one that you have is an African wood. It's called Cape Hove. And basically what it is it's really good. It's really good for outside. So it has its natural oil. So if it really, really retains its purpose, So even if you sit on it multiple times, you're not going to have any issues with it.
I'm gonna see if I can.
And it's beautiful. It has a lot of character.
Oh, Kaylee's got her stuff. I can't show you. I can show you a part of it. So that's the top wall that he actually painted and did for me, and then he did this wall. And then I'll have to show you the bench. But Kaylee's got all of her stuff all over it because she was home getting ready for school that got canceled. So she's pulled all the stuff out of in her rooms in the front. So I'm not showing you my messy house because of my daughter. Sorry. It's not happening. But I'll show you the bench here in a few minutes. And like I said, you walk into my house and it's absolutely gorgeous. And everybody that walks in, they have some sort of comment to say about it. And I can't thank you enough. So I wanted to make sure that we got you on here and see if we can get you some business. And I know firsthand that you just recently did a pretty large project with a mutual friend of mine. I'm not sure if you know them, Kayla, my friend Francis. So anyway, Danny went and did some work at their home, and they used to live here in my same neighborhood, and they just recently moved. And I told him that Danny was here doing some work, and I believe that you just went and you did like a whole big job for them, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Yeah, I did 17 windows, 4 front doors, and 2 sliding doors. So it was a big one. What's really nice is they have 3 storage. So it's a roller coaster of challenges, but it's a cedar home. It's made out of wood, so it was exactly up my alley. And I don't know, I love those types of things. It's the harder the better. And it was all impact windows, so hurricane ready for this storm that's coming apparently. And but everything is hurricane rated, and I was able to just help them by cutting the price down a little bit because it's just me, you know. So I have my own business. I have my own liability insurance and licensing, but it's just me who does it. So I don't have that big of an overhang. So I was really able to help them after they just bought the house, you know.
Well, I know that one thing that they were originally concerned about is that I think the sliding glass doors were like a different odd size. The home itself
Yeah.
is
So
unique. It's like a log cabin style house.
both
Um,
of their sliding doors, the house is basically like a triangle in the middle of our living room, and that's how it bears into. And both of those sliding doors are 5 feet. And for us to get those sliding doors, it would have cost for each door probably another $5,000 to $6,000. So we were trying to keep the cost down with us being able to make it even bigger, you know. So we left it at the standard 6 feet on the doors, but we had to open up the hole bigger. So it's just little tiny challenges that make things, you know, a little harder. But
thrilled to death because I mean the amount that you saved them from just that alone, from not having to like figure out how they were going to get doors that fit in that particular space and to be able to do something more economical for them. That was absolutely beautiful. I saw some pictures the other day, and she was thrilled. So kudos to you for, you know, for helping with that, because I'm pretty sure that they were concerned about how windows are expensive. Like, so them having to redo all of those windows, they were like, oh my gosh. And then we're going to have to add to it because it's an odd size. So coming up with the idea to be able to help them with that, that goes a long way. So not just saying, oh, well, it is what it is, and sorry for your luck, and this is what the cost is. So
yeah, and I mean, that's one thing that I try to pride myself as much as, even if I don't have the right solution right away, I normally try and do my research or try and call the people that I know and that I trust to then at least help, you know. So
well, they were very happy as well. So everybody that I've talked to, including myself, has been very happy.
good.
Anyway, with the storm coming, I'm sure that lots of people are going to probably need some help. We're going to get some rain and wind and flooding and, you know, things of that. So we hope that you're safe out where you are. And if anybody needs anything, please be sure to reach out. We have not only ourselves be willing to help with whatever is needed, but if there's anybody out there that needs anything, or if they have a tree down, or anything at all that they need help, please like reach out. Even if it's to us, we'll help you find the people that can come out and help with whatever it is. We know quite a few people in the community that are all out and about. So we'll be able to kind of make that connection for you if you need anything. So.
Same here. Please reach out. Trailer, anything you need, will be available.
Yeah.
So what does the schedule look like tomorrow, Danny? Are you planning on continuing to work? Or
we were supposed to do some work tomorrow, but we're not sure, obviously, with this weather. So everybody's gonna stay home. I'll be home. Believe it or not, tomorrow is actually my birthday. So I get a hurricane for my birthday. We'll be fine.
Have a hurricane party. That's what we do here, right?
You know, this we live it. It's the dream. I hope everyone stays safe. Honestly, I just want everybody to be good. Nobody have any issues, and hopefully it's just a little storm, a little bit of rain, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think that's what we all hope. And, you know, better be safe than sorry. Better to, you know, everyone prepare, you know, just in case. You know, I know that that's what we're doing. Like, I know that I have a lot of things to do. I'm going to get down the rest of my time. Thankfully, we're going to get crazy based on the last update that I got this morning. We'll have crazy hurricane force winds. Too bad because it's west, as long as it stays on track. But either way, like, I'm getting my signs down because I don't want, you know, in the event that it does turn not in our favor, I don't want my signs to be a projectile in anybody's home or, you know, cause any damage to anybody. So rather take the extra time to get them down and, you know, just put them tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, you have to go out and take a look at the properties anyway after the storm and make sure everything's all right.
If you
Danny,
need a carpenter to fix anything, you know, I might know somebody.
you might.
Yes.
What areas do you go to? Do you have like a specific place that you kind of stay within, or what does that look like for you?
Honestly, I don't have a specific space I'm in. I've done a deck over in West Palm Beach. I've done a gazebo in St. Pete. If I have enough time and it's worth the while, then I definitely will drive anywhere I need to. I'm open to anything, you know. So I don't have any specific area. Obviously, Pasco works easiest just because it's where we live in, but anywhere goes.
I made a move this stuff, but there's the bench. I think you can see it. I made her move all of her stuff.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
I want one.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Do people say like crazy things like that they see on Pinterest and they're like, "Hey, I want you to build this for me," or that's not anyone?
Yeah. No, I mean, Pinterest is my best
1000%
friend
what I
and
did.
also my biggest enemy. We're best. It's like a hate-love relationship. I feel like a burpee about it, you know? I mean, it's really, sometimes it's awesome because you get real good ideas and people get inspiration from it, but sometimes it's also not realistic because some of the things that they see, you know, might cost 3 times what they're imagining, right? So,
Right.
you know, hey, I want an epoxy table for 12 people, you know, I have $500. Can you make it for me? And it's just not for me just to go out and buy the wood. I cannot even buy that, you know? So it's just realistically, sometimes that's my biggest nightmare with Pinterest. Other than that, I love it because people get inspiration and ideas, you know, and then things come out the way that did at Lindsay's house, you know, so it's great.
Yeah.
You reminded me because this was in my brain and then it went out. Do you do those live edge tables with the epoxy and everything? Can you do that?
Yes, I do actually. That's actually my favorite thing to do. I haven't done anything for anyone because nobody ordered one from me, but I've done them for me and myself and my family members. So I've made many of them. It's the space that I have right now. Like I said, since I am living out more in the camper and I don't really have my own shop yet, which is the end goal. That would be the idea. I would like to have a shop and me being able to do the epoxy tables and make things like that.
You know what you need is you need one of those like industrial shops on your property right there because you have the space for it. And
we talked about a barn dominium, you know, so
yeah.
we're thinking about it. We're working on something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like you could totally do, you know, in the future, whenever you do, you know, if you decide to, you know, get a small house or, you know, because they have those metal, you know, buildings, those barn dominium like garage shops, that'd be perfect for you.
I agree.
For it.
That's the goal. That's what I would like, you know, so hopefully if we get enough work, we can make it happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd love to see, you know, one of the live edge tables from you. If you have any photos of them, because I feel
do.
like
I don't know if I can share them on here. Sorry.
I don't
I
know.
might not be able to share, but we can put them.
Comment after.
Yeah, you can put them in the comments after, and make sure that you put it on your Facebook page too. What is your Facebook page? I think
my Facebook page is DTC Improvement. Yep, right there. Mm-hmm. There's just an S missing, but other than that, Taurus. But DTC Improvement.
Taurus. Yep.
And then I also have an Instagram, which is DTC Improvement. And they're both linked with each other. So normally, whatever you see on Instagram, you would also see on my Facebook. So.
Okay, cool. And if anybody wants to get a hold of you or get you to come out for a quote or anything, what's the best way?
Best way would be phone call under my phone number or email, which is dtcimprovement@gmail.com.
All right, and what's that phone number? I think we have it.
Phone number is 727 523-70548.
All right. Awesome. And we'll make sure all the contact info is in our comments as well, and send us one of those pictures so you can put it out there.
Yeah.
And I'll send you some pictures of, I think that it's already actually on your social media sites of the stuff that you did for me. Absolutely. Like they're fantastic.
Thank you.
I'll give you some more recent ones with a little decor on there.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm excited for these tables because I feel like people, I feel like it's hard to find those types of tables and finding them the right people and everything. But it sounds like you have that contact and everything.
Also, fire mantles. A lot of people don't know, but epoxy fire mantles, so real wood fire mantles, are beautiful and underestimated in the home improvement space. I mean, fire mantles, they can really elevate your fireplace and make them bring the value of your home up, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when I show houses, you know, there are some clients that I have that are just obsessed, especially the ones from up north. They are obsessed with a good fireplace, and they want a big, thick, like a chunky, stove. And there's a lot of the ones that are not big, but they're like, oh, I really want a big mantle. They tell me.
Are they working behind
I had a hard time hearing you there for a second.
I was just talking about, especially the people from out of state and up north who, they all really, really enjoy a good fireplace in some of these older homes here in Florida. Not that we need them, but they get really, really, excited when we see them in these houses, and sometimes that's a deciding factor if they want to place an offer on the house so they can redo the fire.
And the nice thing is that since we can manipulate the wood a little bit, it doesn't have to be a solid piece of wood, right? So we can make it to where we can make it any thickness, we can make it slide on anything and make it to what the customer wants, and that's what's nice about being able to do things custom, so you can get exactly what you're asking for, which via Lindsay, she shows us a Pinterest picture, and that's what we do.
Well, I think that's great, and it's really nice. I think some people don't realize that they can order custom furniture from you as well. People don't realize that if you want a custom piece that you see on Pinterest or you see somewhere, and then you can't find it. You can't find anything similar to it. Or if you do, it's, in a super high-end store, and it just might be easier. Maybe, I don't know about the cost of it, but at least if you can customize the furniture, it's exactly
the quality of it is completely different. This is something that he comes in and literally builds from scratch type of thing. You pick the piece of wood or whatever material that they're looking for, and it's very different than something that you can just go and go to the store and buy.
Right. And I would be willing to put money down, way better quality.
It's just I'm not knocking down any of the bigger stores. Obviously they're awesome. It's just sometimes you just don't know where it's coming from, and you also don't know the quality behind it. As in, for me, I know I sanded that piece of wood, her bench. I think I sanded it 9 times because I just wanted to make sure it was perfect. So it's just one of those things. It's if I know I'm going to give it away, I want it to be the quality that I stand behind, and sometimes you don't get that in the bigger stores, so that's just one thing that
on the bench, by the way. They're like, why do we have this bench here if we can't sit on it? It is not for your butt. They could though, like it's solid, good quality. Like they're not going to hurt it, but yeah, that's not what it's for.
But just don't.
That's pretty funny.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Chris moved all the pillows and put them in the one basket, and it was sitting on the bench. I'm like, what are you doing?
Doesn't he know that's for Pinterest? What is he doing?
What are you doing? Oh, he's like, why is there pillows? There's not enough room for us to sit on the bench because you're not supposed to sit on the bed. And she's so confused. It's pretty funny.
I find a little confusion in that.
So,
Hey, I feel like everybody has that, piece in their house that you're not supposed to look at or touch or sit on, use, like decorative dishes or something. I mean, I don't have any of those, but we all do it. I don't know.
Yeah, the ones that you only get to use when the guests are there, and now we don't allow any more guests in our home. That type of stuff. Yeah, yeah. The China is only for when your uncle's here, and they're never here.
They're never here.
That's it.
Okay. Nobody can tell you why we still have doorbells, because it's not like anybody uses them. Because as soon as you hear somebody ring the doorbell, you hide behind the couch. You're like, oh God, who's here?
Yep. We have set up a new ring, not a ring. We got a Google Nest, and you're supposed to update your actual doorbell, like the timer. I never did, so now when people ring the doorbell, I have no idea. Well, my dog usually sounds the alarm, but it doesn't actually ring my doorbell when they press the button.
Man, what did they do back then without a Ring or a Google?
They answered the door.
You answered the door.
Well, I was actually just saying, I'm like, I wonder what we did before without Amazon. And Mike's like, we just went to the store.
I remember I'm telling you, I remember going to the store, and my grandma used to buy cookies, and then she just used to say, they're not for anybody. They're just for when somebody comes over. And that just doesn't happen anymore.
Darn cookies ever. They've been there forever.
Yep. Okay. So anymore, we don't. This is crazy world. That
it is. So, well, I think that is pretty much our time, but I wanted to reiterate, if anybody needs anything, please feel free to reach out. We'll be glad to get you in contact. Let's please try to support our local businesses here. And I know that some of them are being, are kept open and trying to provide food and stuff for our first responders, especially Christos, down the street here. They really go above and beyond to make sure that they're helping take care of our community. So big shout out to them. And I'm sorry. Yeah, all the electrical linemen that are on standby for when we all have no electricity. Hopefully not, but possibly somewhere electricity will be out, but they're on standby. So again, let's try to take care and be kind. There's a lot of hustle bustle out there and bad decisions being made, and people trying to hurry to get things done and not being as patient as they could or need to be. So, anyway.
Candle size, charge your battery packs and your devices, and it'll be super quick. So we'll get through on our first storm, and we're gonna make it. And what happens, everybody, especially on this call, like we said, we'll all, rally together and help, in whatever way we can.
For sure.
So hopefully we don't need it, but if so, we're here.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Thanks for having me. And if you need anything, please reach out.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.